Hey folks, this is Lazy Hiker. I'm at the Squaw Flats Trailhead in Canyonlands National Park in the Needles District, and today we're going to do the Big Spring Canyon Elephant Canyon loop. So we're here, and there's a little loop that goes around through here, and I'm going to do that. They say it's pretty neat. And then come down Big Spring Canyon to where it meets with Squaw Canyon. This point right here is a fantastic, beautiful view. So if you can't do this whole thing, which I'll be coming down here and across and back, should be around 10-11 miles. I'll know when we're done. But if you can't do that, it's a little longer, then this loop right here would be a great one to do. It's not too difficult, especially going this way. You only have one climb up here, and then it's downhill back all the way. So highly recommend that for those who don't want a real long hike. This is a tough hike and not that scenic. Forget Lost Canyon. Peekaboo Trail's 5 miles there and 5 miles back. Supposed to be a great hike also, and I'll do that in a day or two. Let's get started. So if you want to do this extra small loop, you're going to have to come back to the parking lot, cross the road, and the trail begins here. It's the Squaw Flats Trailhead B. So the trail brings you up to the top of this rock. You can see the parking lot right there. It is not extremely well marked, but look for ways to go up. There are rock cairns, but there were a couple needed to be some where there weren't. Alright, there's the loop B Campground. Get to this junction. I'm going to keep going to Big Spring this way. That'll take you back to the B Campground, and we came from A. Somewhere, there's a cairn right there. So, gotta be one somewhere. Well, we're going the opposite way I would think we should be, but we'll follow the cairns and see where it leads us. Nice view from up here. It's 7 in the morning and it's already hot. Well, we made it to the Squaw Flat Trailhead B, which is not where I wanted to go. So at that previous sign, I think we should have taken a sharper left. Well, I take it back. We are at the right place. There are two trails here, not one. So this one to the left is where we came from the parking lot. This one to the right will take us where we need to go. Aren't you glad I'm making the mistakes for you? Alright, we kind of make a circle around the campgrounds area. The parking lot is right down there. The cairns out there take you back to the right. We just came this way to the left. So if we just jumped over somehow, probably can't, that's why I do it. I don't know, it looks doable. So if you'd come over here and across, you just skip that whole loop. But I wanted to take the loop. There's a cairn, and then I looked around. I thought maybe we'd be going straight. Nothing down there. So if you can't find the trail, look down or look up. So I keep saying, so I look up, the cairns go that way, and you can even see they have help for you. Wire cable looks like to help pull yourself up that section. So that's going to be steep, obviously. Let's do it. Well, this section is steep, but not really scary. They even have some cutouts for you. A little ladder. Plus you have the rail. Here's your view at the top. Well, there's a rock cairn in front of me in the shade. I don't know if you can see that. But then there's one way up on top of that next rock hump. So we're still going up. This is behind us. Much better view from the next little point I showed you. See all around. And way down there is Big Spring Canyon Trail. There's two people walking on it right now. Straight ahead. I'll try to zoom in on them. That trail is much easier than this one. Much. Okay, we're back at the main trail. It's 1.3 miles to get here from going the opposite direction. We came from this way. So if you were to go left, you'd go back to the parking lot, and you can make the total loop. It'd be slightly less than 2 miles. This will take us on to Big Spring Canyon. You can see the trail in the distance. If you come from the other direction first, you'll save yourself probably a mile, almost a mile. So this hike might be better done if you're in the campground. You can just do a loop in the evening or something, instead of adding it to the Big Spring Canyon. So if you don't take this loop, you're 1 mile less than our total will be today. It's also a pretty strenuous trail, especially compared to the rest. We're going to go up Big Spring Canyon to the top of it. That's a little difficult. We'll also go to the top of Elephant Canyon. That's a little difficult, but nothing like this trail. So keep that in mind. Here we are a little further into Big Spring Canyon. BS1 goes up that way. It's a nice campsite, but it's not very deep in. No water. Last time I was here there was water, and it just rained yesterday or day before. We are going straight ahead to well, none of those destinations. It says 6.3 miles to Squaw Flat. That's if you take the Squaw Canyon loop, which is a great loop. For shorter, the Elephant Canyon is just a little bit better in my opinion, but it's quite a bit longer. So, but we're heading to Elephant Canyon. Still level trail for quite a ways. There's a good bit of shade in the morning. Makes it nice and cool. Still doing an easy, slight uphill climb. Nice walk. Lots of birds singing. This is a lush area. Might be some water down there that you could actually get. But what a pain it would be. We've been climbing for a little bit now. Nothing too hard. It's going to get a little harder as we go on. Where we're going is, see if I can show you. Right to the left of that hump. So right there is the saddle. We go right there, and boy, what an amazing view that is from there. No clouds today to help with the sun though, so maybe a little hazy. The trail keeps you out of the wash for the most part. We're just now getting into it, but it's not real sandy, a little bit rocky, but easy enough. Almost there. Here's a tough little climb ahead. We made it to the top of Big Spring Canyon. It's 3 miles from the trailhead at Campground A. So look all the way around. Have to pan up a little bit here. And this is looking into Squaw Canyon. So the lighting is not the best, but it's still a great view. The section on the other side, a little bit steep. One thing to think about is going all the way down, follow this white ledge all the way down, and then come down the rocks. There's a trough over here that doesn't really show trail leading this way, but it's actually easier, less steep, and you can get back to the trail easy enough. This is pretty easy. And the trail just follows around this way instead of having to come straight down this stuff. It's pretty difficult. At least that's my opinion. There's some ravens up there. Got a roost way up there. Alright, we're at a trail junction here. 3.7 miles to campground, it says. Well, my GPS said 3 to the top. Only come a little bit down. 3.9 if we want to go to Squaw Canyon this way. But instead we're going to Elephant Canyon, 1.9 miles. That's just to there. But before we take a right, we're going to go take a left for just a short ways because of the view. I'll show it to you here in a second. Alright, I've just come down from the sign, which is right there in the center. Just a little bit down. You have to go down here to cross this crack. There's a little alcove there if it's ever raining. And then you get to this viewpoint. It's pretty awesome. There's a crack straight ahead, and we'll be going through that. These hikers are going to have to go through that as well. It's going to take them forever because they'll probably have to take their packs off. And there's up to Big Spring Canyon and over. Well, here's the crack you have to go through. At the moment it's occupied, so we'll go down there in just a second. It's a nice view from out here, though. That's a pretty tough crack to get through. If you have a backpack, you might have to take it off to get through it. Alright, the crack's that way, and this way is the view, which is one of the best around. Fantastic. Good place to sit and rest, have lunch. Alright, we're going to cross over here. We're going to go all the way around there, and then we got to go up a ladder that's hidden behind a little bluff. But straight ahead is where we got to cross over and climb over, I guess. These walls are just massive. Getting close to the ladder. And here's ladder number 1. We've got another ladder over there. Before we get to it, we gotta come down this. But you can see there's some cuts in there for your feet. We'll make a little ladder.
There we go.
Well, that's a tall ladder. There is a watering hole in this canyon, though I'm not sure exactly how you'd get to it. If you're desperate enough, you could. No campsites in this canyon though. Steep descent if you're coming down. Steep ascent going back up. Backpacks would make things difficult. This is Elephant Canyon. Going through Elephant Canyon. Sometimes you'll have to walk through the wash. Sometimes you get up on the sides like this. Wash is kind of sandy, so the more of this, the better. Heading down into the wash again. Alright, this is a sign we've come to many times. We're going to take a right, climb out of the canyon. 4.1 miles to Squaw Flats Campground. Coming out of the canyon is a climb. There's a rest spot right up there in the darkness, which is at the top, and cool, nice cool breeze coming through usually. After that beautiful view, just right down the slope is the next trail sign. We want to go right 3.5 miles that way. Tiny little arch, I call it the window. What a nice view. Okay, we're going to have to head down into this canyon and then climb out of it to get back into Big Spring Canyon. Wind's picking up. Well, it was a tough climb to the top, but there's the last cairn going to be on top. I mean, almost all downhill from here, our level. Heading down. Gonna skirt this wall. This has some shade in the evening. This trail has a ton of slick rock walking. Walking on rock, it's kind of hard on your feet. But most importantly, if it's hot, it really reflects that back, and it's even hotter than the regular temperature. Been walking across rock like this for about a mile. But we're about to go down to the canyon. Alright, you'll come down off the rock shelf. Come down here. And you're on your way down. Okay, we're back to the split. One goes to Campground A and one to Campground B. That one left. Almost everybody's going to be going to Campground A, which is Squaw Flats Trailhead A. And highly recommend it now that I've gone the other way first. Because if you have to go back over that again, that's a rather tough trail at the end of a long day. This is very near the beginning or the end of the trail, however you look at it. It's kind of neat, little cove. Alright folks, this trail is about 10.5 miles if you do the loop I showed you. If you do the extra part, that'll add about a mile, not quite. But that extra part is strenuous. So you might want to just do that by itself. Or do the long loop first and decide if you still want to do that. So thanks for watching The Lazy Hiker, and enjoy your hike. Alright, we're almost back. Here's one last view.